Hi guys, can you let me know whether you can hear me at all? If anybody could, that'd be great. I know I sometimes have problems. Hi, can anybody hear me at all? Is this working? Yay, hooray. Okay, so we're going to let a few people sit in before we get started. And then I'm going to just talk you through what I do when I do a meditation. And then we are going to do a meditation together. And I was going to do this meditation anyway myself, so I thought it might be useful. Hi everyone that's sitting in. I thought it might be useful to share it with you all because meditation has really benefited me a lot, and I know that we live in such we live in such a crazy busy world that we very rarely take time out to just sit with our thoughts and be calm. British accent's the one, yeah. That's cool. So what I'd like you to do now is, meditation isn't about, sat in some Zen-like position on the beach of Monaco. You don't have to be that. In fact, for me personally, you need to learn to meditate in the busiest of places, because we live in such busy city life, and we need to learn how to do this in around our busy lives. If we don't do that, then we're always going to have that calm room and space and incense burning, and that's useless because that's not how we live our lives most of the time. Of course, if you've got that, lovely luxury, but you don't have to have that. So what I want you to do is just find a space where you feel comfortable. You might be sat on a chair, you might be sat on the floor. I'm sat on the floor, but I find it quite grounding, quite comfortable to be sat on the floor. You might find it better to be sat up. So just find yourself comfortable. The idea of meditation isn't to fall asleep. The idea of meditation is that you are conscious but calm and taking in your surroundings but not being distracted by them. So thank you for inviting your followers, guys, as well. That's fantastic. I know that lots of people can benefit from meditation. So once we get started, which will be in the next moment, just allowing a few more people to sit in, I'm going to turn the camera around so you won't be watching me, so it won't be any distraction. I'm just going to put it onto the candles, and so you can just watch that. But you're going to be closing your eyes anyway, so you can just listen to my voice, and it's not porn, no. Brilliant. There's always one. We're going to do a free meditation now. So this is just a moment for us to just take in the day and just let it go a little bit. So I'm going to turn the camera around now, and I'm going to still see your messages. I'm going to just stay conscious for this, but I'm going to talk you through it. And so yeah, I'm just going to turn that around now. Thank you for the hearts as well, guys. Okay, excuse me. Okay, guys, I just want you now to close your eyes and sit in whichever position makes you feel comfortable. And I just want you to start to concentrate on your breath. Just breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. When you begin to meditate, when you begin to close your eyes and just be, you will likely find that your brain is full of thoughts. It is going a million miles an hour, and you'll find it really, really difficult to calm your mind. When I first started meditation about 3 years ago, the teacher said to me that it was like your mind was like a naughty monkey, that your mind would rush off into the trees and do what it wanted to do, and you had to almost bring it back down. Now, for me personally, with such a busy mind, I find the best way for me is to concentrate on actually saying the words in and out. So when I breathe in, I think in. When I breathe out, I say out in my head, and I just concentrate on that pattern. And every time your mind wanders off, to think about what you've got to do later, tomorrow, what you should have done today. I want you to go back to the breath. Just breathing in and breathing out. In and breathing out. Just calmly start to recognize where you might be holding tension in your body. We hold tension in the strangest of places. Perhaps you hold it in the top of your head, your forehead, your nose. Maybe it's your cheeks, your jaw. Start to think about these places in your mind and just check in to see whether you're holding tension there. Maybe you're holding tension in your shoulders, in your back, in your arms, in your hands, in your fingers. Check in with your legs, your knees, your feet, your toes, your ankles, and just start to relax those places. I just want you to breathe in and breathe out. And I want you to stop yourself from thinking about what you need to do and just concentrate on being present right now, being in the moment. I don't want you to fall asleep. I just want you to breathe in and breathe out. Very rarely do we actually take time just to sit. We're so consumed with being on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, with busy in our minds, that when we sit down and close our eyes, some people find that very difficult. So if you are feeling that that's quite difficult for you, and it might even bring out some sad thoughts in your mind, or some worries or some anxiety, just recognize that, acknowledge that you're feeling that, and then breathe through it. Just breathe in and out. And in your mind, I just want you to say in and out. Thank you to everybody that's still joining in. Put yourself in a comfortable position. Close your eyes. Our objective isn't to go to sleep. Our objective is just to be present. Breathing in and breathing out. If you're feeling any tension, any anxiety, just breathe in and breathe out. I often find that breathing in and imagining breathing in a white light, breathing in that positivity, and then breathing out all the darkness and worry. Some people find that using colours can be really relaxing and really help you to visualise the process that you're trying to do. It's important in our lives that we take time just to be in and out, breathing in and breathing out. Just close your eyes, breathe in and breathe out. I want you to know that whatever you have to face tonight, today, tomorrow, this week, you can react to it in the way you want to react to it. The great thing about meditation is knowing that you can do it at any place, at any time. Just give yourself a moment, close your eyes, and just reconnect with you. In doing this and being mindful, you can stop yourself from saying things out of temper or aggression or worry, anxiety. And you can start to be present enough to recognize how you're feeling and stop it from getting to a place where you can't get it back. So I just want you to close your eyes and breathe in and breathe out. And know that you have the strength in you to be able to decide how you live your life. And by using meditation, you will find that it allows you to have that headspace. You might only get seconds of brain switch off during your meditations at first. Hi to everyone that's sitting in. When I first began meditation, my teacher said to me, if you get 10 seconds of your brain switching itself off, then that is 10 seconds that you didn't have before. And you can increase that every time you do a meditation. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It can be as simple as we are doing now. But it is nice to do it as a group, as a collective, because even though we aren't in the room together now, you know that there is other people across the world who are all sat in their own space, just breathing in and breathing out. Just breathing in and breathing out. They're all just taking a moment out of their busy lives to just breathe, to just be, to not question, to not worry, to just be. You don't have to be anywhere else but where you are right now. You can just be in this moment, in your space, a space that you control. The great thing about our minds is that they're ours. And although they can be really temperamental and really unruly, it's yours to control. And if you can get control of our crazy busy minds, then you will truly be happy. We have to strive to live in the now. Just breathe in and breathe out. Think about the words as you breathe in. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. When you breathe in, just breathe in all that positive light, all that light that we're sharing now together, all that positivity that we're sending out into the world. And then I want you to breathe out any worries, any stresses, any tension, any anxiety. Just let it go. It is serving you no purpose whatsoever. Just let it go. Nothing's going to happen. Just drop it. Just put it down. In Buddhism, they often say, let go of the hot coal. In our busy world, we hold on to that hot coal and we burn our hands. And we don't want to let go because that painful feeling, that stress, that anxiety, that worry is much more familiar than the feeling of being in the now and being calm. We're so much more used to the hustle and bustle and worry than we are to just being calm. The drama is more familiar than the living in the now, and we are taught this from very, very young. So I'm going to ask you now just to ignore anything that you've been taught before and just breathe in and breathe out. If you've just sat into this meditation, then welcome. We've got people from all across the world that have just sat with their thoughts, just being. Just close your eyes, sit in a comfortable position and breathe away your tension. When you first begin, you will feel your mind rushing around, trying to get you to think about things that you need to do. I want you to fight that as best you can by thinking about the words breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And in a moment, I'm going to ask you to start recognizing the sounds, the smells, the feeling of things around you. Start to wake up to what you can see. You can keep your eyes closed, but I just want you to acknowledge any sounds you can hear, anything you can smell, anything you can feel around you. And just start to become more conscious to the world again. You might hear people shouting, closing doors, coughing, the wind, the rain. It's okay. Acknowledge it and then just let it go and just be. Just breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And when you're ready, I'm going to ask you to open your eyes and just start to become alert again. Just take a moment, take a breath, and start to come back into the room. Okay guys, thank you for sharing that with me, and I do hope that you found some use in that and that you were able to hear me okay. It's really important to do this all the time, and if you can do it every day, all the better, because truly just being able to look inwards and take a moment will really, really help you in the future. You're welcome. Thanks, Gillian. And I'll do this regularly because I do think it helps to know that there's other people out there. Oh, I'm glad that you like it, guys. I may do that. I might do some SoundCloud meditations, because I think it's really important. It's really useful. I do it with my children as well. So if any of you have got children out there, it does actually work. Although I find with children, they seem to work better with having music. So if you go on Spotify or YouTube as well and just type in meditation music, I'll do an audio, guys. And I put on, like, you know, wind and rain and sea, and I get the children to imagine just being on a beach and somewhere where they feel safe and calm, and ask them to talk about it afterwards. And it's a really good way of just getting them to calm down, especially at bedtime when they don't want to and they get hyperactive. So it's really useful. I find it, and children just go with it. I think as adults we feel a bit silly, you know, we don't want to look foolish and say that we meditate because we sound like a crazy hippie. But everybody needs it. We all need to have that moment, that calm. I will do it, you know, if I'm just sat, you know, if I'm in the doctor's waiting room, I just close my eyes. People just think you're having a sleep, but you can just sit and just be and just acknowledge your surroundings, but don't take it all in. Don't rush about all the time. We don't have to follow every thought that we have. And we do get taught to rush about after everything, but we really don't need to. We really can just be. And the truth is, nothing happens when we don't engage in every thought. We just have a freer headspace. And especially if you're a business person or an artistic person, I know we often have our heads full with things, or a busy mum or dad. You know, we fill our heads with things constantly and we never take a moment for ourselves. And we really simply have to. We really, really have to. Or you just react to everything that is in front of you. You know, we've all been in that place where we react to every emotion. We're angry, and it's because we're not recognizing them as they come up. I practice mindfulness, so throughout the day, if I get that feeling of irritation, which has been today, which is the reason for the meditation, if I get that feeling of being irritated, I have to look inward and go, why am I feeling that? Why do I feel that kind of stress right now? And then, you know, it might be a thing where you go, I've got this to do and it's bothering me. Okay, try and do the thing if you can. But if you can't affect it, there's lots of things in life that we just can't change. You have to let go. And sometimes meditation can be the thing that takes you out of it. If you just sit inwards and just breathe it out and just tell yourself to let it go. As I said earlier, in Buddhism, they say, let go of the hot coal. And I think it's such a great, I can imagine it, you know, we're holding on to this hot coal. What do you do when the kids are playing up? Okay, I'll tell you one sec. It's like when the hot, you know, you hold on to this hot coal. This is us. We do this with life. So anything that's painful, arguments, drama, you know, irritation with things, and we hold on to it because we're really familiar with irritation and anger. We can all think of something that will make us angry in seconds, and we hold on to it like it's ours. But what Buddhism says is just let go. Just let go of the hot coal. Why are you burning your hand? Why are you burning your hand? Just let go of the hot coal. Let it be. Let go of the hot coal. That's it, exactly. So when I'm feeling irritated and I'm winding myself up, or I watch the news and I get too caught up in politics in Syria, I just think you don't have to engage in it all. Just drop the hot coal. Stop being a dickhead. Let go of the hot coal. What I do with my children is, so when they're, I mean, obviously children have a mind of their own, but I'm really working with them to teach them to meditate and to find their own calm. So I started off just by doing the whole count to 10 and, you know, just calm yourself down. But I recently did this. We were going on a journey up to Newcastle from where I live. So we were going on quite a long 3.5 hour drive, and the children were hyper. They hadn't slept and they needed to calm. So I sat them down and I darkened the room a little bit. I got them to sit on the floor and I got them to sit with me. I got them to sit on cushions, and I put on some meditation music. I got off Spotify, but I searched it on YouTube, and you can also have calming meditation music on there as well. And I just got them to sit down. I said to them, close your eyes. And I went through similarly to what I did, but I didn't do the whole relaxation, you know, think about relax. I just said, think about relaxing and close your eyes and don't go to sleep. And I talked them through it, and then I try to think of, you know, things that might make them feel calm. So I said, I want you to think about being on a beach and you can hear the waves, and can you feel the sand? And they were really getting into it, and my daughter was saying, I can feel the sand, Mum, it's warm, and I can feel the wind, and hi to Turkey. And so I got her to talk through it, and then I said, I want you to think about a place when you feel safe and you feel calm and you feel really happy. And she said, when I see you and I haven't seen you for a long time, it makes me feel safe and happy, which is also lovely, and it's a really, you know, warm bonding experience as well for you. And I also did them a bath like that the other day as well. So they had a bath, but they had candles around the bath, and we had some calming, you know, beach music, and they loved it. And it really calmed them before bedtime. So, you know, as much as you might feel like a crazy hippie, it's really useful. You're relaxing now, that's good. And somebody says twerk. If twerking helps you to relax, then twerk. Baths are my fave as well. Baths help me to relax. Okay guys, so I'm going to finish up now. So thank you for joining me for this meditation. I will do an audio at some point, but I will definitely do this again, because I think it's nice to do a meditation with others and just to tune in. If you've just tuned in now, I'm so sorry that we finished it. Hi India. But we will be doing this regularly. Just make sure you follow me on here. Give me some hearts if you've not sat in before, and you know, feel free to tweet me at Holly Matthews. I have my blog, iamhollymatthews.com. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, hollymatthews84, and I have a YouTube channel. So go onto YouTube, and perhaps I'll do a video of meditation stuff as well on the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is Holly Matthews Online. There's lots of useful things on there for life stuff, positivity, mummy stuff, actress stuff, you know, just general rants as well. But go on there. I'm sure if you have a look at Holly Matthews Online on YouTube and just subscribe to that, you'll find something that will benefit you. And please do comment as well. Do let me know what you think, because I want you to get value from the things that I do. And my mission in life is totally to help people to see that they can be more than they realize, do more than they realize, and that you can just live in the now. How does meditation affect us? Well, meditation allows us to be calmer, and we know that, you know, I always think about it this way: if we know that depression and anxiety can physically change how we are, we can get physical symptoms of depression and anxiety, whether that be stomach pains and headaches and breakouts and ulcers, and we can actually get physical stuff from that, then the opposite is true. If we relax our body, if we create a calm space in our minds and our bodies, then we are allowing our bodies to run in the way that they should run. And just being able to do that is going to, you know, all these things that we pick up, all these diseases and illnesses, and, you know, I'm constantly getting ulcers, and I meditate, but there's, you know, I know that when I have a stressful moment, I will get an ulcer. It's like a direct correlation between the two. And, you know, you'll know yourself how you feel. but also it just allows people around you, you start to react to people around you in a completely different way, because you're conscious, because you're thinking about what you're doing, rather than just full 100 miles an hour all the time, react to everything that you see. You don't have to do that. When you step back and you just take a moment and you're mindful before you get to the boiling point stage, you just go, whoa, that's not great. Maybe I need to take some time out. You know, when you've got children, especially, I know there's mums that are listening, when you've got children and you want to kill your children because you love them, but they're annoying, because kids are, instead of taking it out on the children, which we can easily get sucked into, just take yourself out. Give yourself time out. Don't always give the children time out. Give yourself time out and say, Mummy needs to go and sit down and meditate. Mummy needs to go and have 5 minutes, whatever you want to call it. You take the time out. You go on the naughty step for 5 minutes and close your eyes and calm yourself down. And you'll find that your children react differently to you. I know that a few months ago, hi Russia. Hi to everyone in Russia. I know a few months ago I was really struggling with how I was feeling in terms of mental health, and I wasn't getting the balance right at all. I totally stopped meditating, and I think that was because I didn't want to sit with my own mind. I wasn't ready to. And when I started to bring it back, it has made a massive difference in how I respond to myself, the children, everybody around me. Somebody just asked how many hours we should meditate a day. Well, if you have hours to meditate, then that's amazing, but I meditate 10 minutes. 10 minutes a day. I don't do it every day because sometimes I forget and I think, oh, I'll be fine, and then I'm usually more irritated that day. So just try and find 10 minutes. I like to do it in the morning if I can. I mean, you could do it sat up in bed, you know, if you find your own time. Some people find nighttime is their time, but for me personally, normally I don't do it at this time of night because it makes me want to go to sleep, and that isn't the point of meditation. Or any time I have a moment where I'm just sat doing nothing. Maybe you're on the bus, maybe you're, you know, getting the train to work, maybe, you know, you're sat in a waiting room somewhere. Just close your eyes, just take a moment, listen to the sounds around you, but just be, and just recognize how you're feeling, and just try and breathe it out. And I really believe that. Do you talk out loud when you meditate? Okay, yeah, I don't do it myself. Obviously I was guiding you guys through that meditation. When I do it myself, the only things I say in my head is in and out, breathing in and out. And I do the visualization of breathing in white. I don't know why that works for me. Somebody told me that tip, but breathing in light, positivity, bright colours, and then breathing out angry reds, blacks. Those are colours that in my mind represent the, you know, tension. So whatever works for you, you know, some people visualize certain things, you know, everyone has their own thing, but in order to keep my mind from wandering off, I just find saying the words in and out and helping me to concentrate on my breath. That's what helps me. And sometimes I do affirmations as well. Great advice. Glad you've... Hi. Check out the YouTube. Fantastic. Yeah, do subscribe on there, and I'll upload this as well. So if anybody wants to have a look at that again and just remember what we said in the meditation. But yeah, I just tend to do that. And then afterwards I will do affirmations. So my affirmations change all the time, but you know, they might be, I'll try and upload some things on Twitter. Someone's asking whether there's a connection between smokers and meditation. My YouTube channel is Holly Matthews Online, so just go and subscribe to that and I'll do a link up for that on Twitter. If you go on at Holly Matthews on Twitter and add me on there, then I'll send a tweet out in a moment so you can all get on and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. But yes, smoking and meditation, a lot of people, and I've never smoked so I don't know, but I imagine that the stresses of smoking and actually in a weird way, I imagine smoking is almost a form of meditation for some people. You know, I guess that repetition is almost people's zone out, and that's why we do it. But obviously that's a really highly terrible way to calm yourself down. It would be much nicer to do it in a healthy way and just use your own mind to be able to do it. I think that's the only thing it is. Yeah, I think so. I think I get that. And the other thing is as well is that you know, I'm so bad for you. I don't believe in God, so I'm not a person that believes in God. I know some of you will believe in gods and all that kind of thing. That's totally cool, but it's not for me. So I always think when people say they pray, praying is really just a form of meditation. Now, wherever you believe that goes, that's up to you. But if you think about praying is just positive thoughts. Why not? That's a whole different one. That the why I don't believe in God. But I'll do a post on YouTube and we'll discuss that another time. But the whole praying is a form of positive meditation, and it's only ever a good thing, whether you believe it goes to a God or you don't. It's meditation, isn't it? You're just positively thinking about things. And the opposite is true as well, because we also meditate on bad stuff. So when you've got a negative thought, you've got something that's really worrying you, what do? We think about it. We think about it and we think about it and we hang on to it like that hot coal, and we won't let it go, and we meditate on it and we're furious about it. And all we're doing is meditating on something terrible and making ourselves feel sick with worry about it and anxiety. And I heard somebody yesterday or the day before, describe sort of mental states and things. Well, Holly, it matters not whether you believe in God, as you feel God the way. Whether you feel God the way religious folk do. Yeah, no, of course. Obviously, there is no. Yeah, no. For the people, some people believe that there is someone in the sky. I don't. That's cool. I believe that everybody. But what they feel is real. Yeah, no, of course. For them, it's real. Yeah, but for whatever reason, whatever they're doing, they're putting out, whether they're putting out positivity to a God, whether they obviously believe there's a God. Exactly, it's the same energy that they're putting out there. So whether you believe it's God, whether you believe you're putting out to the universe, whether you believe that you're meditating to Harry Potter, that's completely up to you. Everyone finds their own way of being able to meditate to something, and that's fresh to them. And whatever works for people works for people. What works for me is just putting out good things out there, and I it's true, isn't it? I believe in energies of people, and I know that when I'm in a crappy mood, I'm putting out a really negative energy, and it's what I get back. So I know that I've got to calm myself, put out good energy, and that's what I get back, and that's what we all want. So let's focus on that. And I'm going to finish up here, but it's been such a lovely evening being able to do this with you guys. As I say, do follow me on Twitter at Holly Matthews, at Holly Matthews 84 on Instagram, and my YouTube channel is Holly Matthews Online, all about being grateful without it. Absolutely. Really want to be as positive as you. You'll get there. If you want it, you can get there, because I was not always this way. When I grew up, I was horrendously unconfident and not positive. And so I know that you can get there if you want to. Make the decision to. The fact that you're sat in listening to this evening means that you want to. I'm also going to be doing, and again, this is specifically for mums, but I think based on some of the things I've done over the last few weeks, I will also be putting some things together, just generic positivity, not generic, but positivity stuff that's worked for me. I'm going to be putting some online courses together, nothing major expensive or anything, just stuff that people can use and do and take away and do in their own time. So I'll be putting all that out there on Twitter and Facebook, so you can tune in if you want to. If not, that's cool, it's all good. So have a lovely evening, guys, and enjoy yourself, and just be. Peace, guys. Bye.